Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, madam.
Good
Good
evening, ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello.
Good evening.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, okay.
Can't hear you properly.
No, I'm not speaking. Okay, shall we start the session?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Please start.
Okay, so today's topic is on measurement of intelligence. So, since last two classes, we were discussing about what exactly intelligence is, what are the various theories of intelligence. So, after knowing about all these theories, I hope everyone is clear with what exactly intelligence is. Yes, it's not about uh, a person's academic achievement or something. It is about a person's ability to deal with the environment. It's his adaptation ability. Yes, how well he can adjust or adapt to his environment. So, how we can assess it? Uh, for the assessment process, we have various questionnaires and tests to assess intelligence. Before we discuss about what are the various tests, I would like to know, do we can use, as a psychology student, do you people can use whatever the test is available on Google platform? For example, there are various tests available on Google platform, like based on your color preferences, we'll able to tell your personality type. Yes, if you able to solve this few questions, this will gives you your intellectual ability. Yes, this kind of questionnaires are there are hundreds and thousands of questionnaires available on various platforms. So, do we can use these questionnaires?
No, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am, they
what?
are not
What?
universally applicable. They are not universally applicable. They might apply to few, but not to all.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then what type of questionnaires a psychologist can use? See, we have uh, like every questionnaire or test, whatever we are using, it possesses certain characteristics. Okay, so these tests are known standardized tests. So every standardized tool or test will have very specific characteristics. So if any test follows these characteristics or exhibits these characteristics, then we call it as a standardized test. So these characteristics are reliability, validity, norms, practicability, yes, and generalizability. Okay, so out of all these five, we can say three are very important. Those are reliability, validity, and norms of the test. If these three are there, remaining two will automatically be there for that particular test. Yes, reliability, validity, norms, practicability, and generalizability. So what exactly this uh, standardization is? Do you know what exactly reliability and validity are? Do you ever heard? I think in the first year you might be having this This is also in second year. Research paper. Do you have any research paper in first year?
No, madam.
No, it's in again, it's in second year. Okay. Yes. Any clue, any general idea about what exactly reliability or validity is? First, what is
Reliability is
reliability?
maybe the reliability is maybe how how accurate the result is from a test over a period of time for the same person.
Very good. Okay.
Reliability may be consistency or estimate of
Al-
a error free
Also the
or
also
Huh.
sorry. Also the authenticity, I mean, whether the sources that the from where we are getting the inputs, they are reliable, as in they are giving us the true information, they are giving us the right information, whatever is asked through these tests. So that authenticity should be there. We and reliability, like we can trust actually may the
I
inputs.
think you are going with the literal meaning of reliability.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it should be the
So,
consistency of the score obtained.
exactly, exactly.
Consistency of
Reliability
the score
talks
obtained.
about
Now,
consistency. Yes. Test
because different same
consistency.
test will be conducted in different
Is it
environments.
not um,
Huh. Yes, somebody is saying something.
is it not about depending, mom? Like um,
How depending?
actually,
If you conduct the same test on different occasions
Hmm.
and with different sets of equal items under other variable say conditions, the consistency of score should be with a certain error. So the acceptable error should be same,
More or less, the scores should be similar. Not
yeah,
exactly,
similar.
but more or less, it should be similar.
For that thing, I
Yes.
think it has been a lot of coefficients have been given, internal coefficient, alpha
That
coefficient,
will
so many
we will
coefficients.
discuss anyhow. I want to know what exactly how much you people know about these characteristics. Reliability is nothing but consistency of the scores. Validity,
It's basically truth and fidelity, madam.
sorry,
The truth is basically concerns about the truth and the
truth.
fidelity. I mean, it is truth and fidelity, and at the degree to which the test measures what it claims to be measuring.
Huh. Will you able to give an example on it?
Yeah, so many examples are given. I mean, this is psychologist called Ankas Tasi. He has done this thing theory, and
General
there are,
example, sir. No need to refer a textbook. Based on the concept, what did you understood? Based on that, will you able to give an example for validity?
yeah, like
The one which we
if you
use
give
in
a,
our day-to-day life, where
Ma'am,
we can apply this.
investigation.
Huh?
like you give a
Investigation.
mathematics.
Investigation. See,
Like if you give a,
and 12 to 15 score will be considered as high aggressive levels. Then below 12 is considered as low aggression scale. Yes. So this classification, wherever in the test you see a classification, maybe it's a ranges or high, low, moderate, or something else, that is known as norms. But how they develop these norms? So whenever there is a test constructed, whenever the person, for example, I'm a psychometrician, I wanted to develop a test on intelligence. So what I'll do, when I gather the information, yes, I what I'll do first, what all the factors contribute for intelligence. First, I'll come to know. I'll gather information. Based on that, based on those factors, I frame the questions. Yes. Then what I'll do, I'll administer this questionnaire on large population. Maybe as I have developed a test for undergraduate students. Yes, because intelligence will differ according to the age. Yes, up to 16 years it will grow later the application part takes place. So we can't apply the same questionnaire for all the age groups. So Wechsler has introduced this concept of conducting the intelligent test, different intelligent test for different age groups. Okay. So I have developed a test for undergraduate level. Yes. So undergraduate level age group maybe between 18 to 22 normally. Yes. So I have developed an intelligent questionnaire for this 18 to 22 age group. Then what I'll do, I'll select a large population, maybe 100 sample or 1000 sample or 500 sample, depends on the availability. Yes. So I'll administer on this 1000 people. Okay. I'll administer this test on this 1000 people. Then what I'll do, I'll collect the information. I'll do this calculations, whatever I have designed to calculate that test. Means whenever a test is developed, a manual also develops. Yes. So this manual gives a clear cut idea how to measure this scores, whatever the scores we receive, whatever the data we receive from sample, how to interpret it. Yes. So if 90 to 110 is just a number for me, so how to evaluate it? So what I'll do, whatever the data, whatever the scores I receive, I will classify it. I will classify the ranges. Yes. So I do observe. Then based on that, I'll classify this data or information, whatever I got it from this sample. So this classification again depends on the psychometrician, like whether I have to classify as 3 categories or 5 categories or 10 categories. It depends on the psychometrician. Yes. Got it. So high, low, normal, or the classification which you have seen for IQ, all these comes under norms. So these norms are specified for that particular test. I just can't apply these norms to each and every test. Each and every test will have its own norms, its own reliability, its own validity scores. Are you there with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Is
Yes,
it clear?
ma'am.
These three concepts are clear for you? Reliability, validity, and norms.
Yes, ma'am.
Then objectivity. Now tell me, what is objectivity according to you people?
It is based on actual observation and facts and figures, madam.
How it is different from subjectivity?
Subjectivity is a difference upon our cognitive process, madam, our perception and other things. But objectivity is absolute figures and actual observation, absolute figures, facts and figures.
Subjectivity is self.
See,
Basically, it should be free from subjectivity.
that
it should be free
from subjectivity. For that,
scoring, even scoring pattern, when I multiply the factor of norm also, it should be free from subjectivity.
It's true, sir. But before that, we should know what exactly subjectivity is.
Subjectivity is self.
Sorry.
We done the self question.
Subjectivity is the involvement of the people, the administrator or the person who is taking the psychological test.
I want an example for it. I want an example for it.
Own identification.
Like recently, get an example of 100 people of the similar age group. The person administrator who is doing the test, there should not be any partial and any student like that, or any culture, any group, any gender. It should not be subjective. So then that is one. Secondly, the scoring pattern also should not be different for different people. It should be one scoring pattern, and the norms which you just not specified.
Which one you are talking about, sir? Sir. Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Others? Okay. Subjectivity is, yes, as sir said, It's an individual opinion. Yes, you might have seen this. You might have know about observational method. Yes, in the offline classes we discussed about observation method. Yes. So in observation method, what happens? A person observes the other individual in a natural setting, that is naturalistic observation. So yes, if I give an example, this Agnipath issue is going on. Yesterday only somebody gave this example. It happened in Bihar karke. It's in our hometown. Yes, happened in our Hyderabad. So
Secunderabad, ma'am.
huh, Secunderabad. So how you people evaluate? How you people evaluate this incident? Few
It is
people
a
are saying it's a political
pol-
strategy.
it is a
Yes,
political opposition.
that's
They
what.
want.
That's what. Few people are saying it's a political strategy. Few people are saying it's good for a cause. Uh, there are few people, definitely they are coming up. It's for a good reason. Yes.
And
So who
subjective
are
can be, man, subjective can be a statement which is related to a person in that concern. So whoever is the victim,
exactly how a person is evaluating a situation or his a person or whatever it is. So here
Yeah,
what
we are
happens in
thinking.
subjectivity? Yes, we are using our own perception.
correct.
Yes, so we are analyzing the things the way we want. We are not analyzing the exactly however it is. So when we
Objectively,
are
it will, yes,
first,
objectively it will be proved, man.
first we will clarify this subjectivity, then we'll come
Yes,
to the
yes, ma'am.
objectivity. Yes. So whenever there is an observation method takes place, when you are observing an individual, even though you are trained enough to perceive the things open-mindedly, or you are already gathered so much of information about that person, but still there are some chances to take some perceptual errors. Yes. So our belief system, our values, our own thought process definitely influence our evaluation about others behavior. Yes, in social psychology you might have studied about attribution.
It is
Yes.
a fundamental attribution error, madam.
Exactly. So these errors do takes place when we are evaluating others. So that is subjectivity. Definitely in the subjective evaluation takes place. Each and every individual will have their own views, their own ideologies. So there is no standardized evaluation process. Yes. So people are free to think their own way, with their will. They will come up with so many ideas or so many opinions. That is subjectivity. So when we are administering a test, that shouldn't be subjective in nature. As an experimenter, if I am administering some test, one intelligence test, so I decided that by seeing that person, I came to a conclusion that this person will have high intellectual ability or below average intellectual ability. I decided that this person definitely will have a below intellectual ability. But the test, yes, when I'm administering a test, the results are saying something. Yes, he got something. So I shouldn't interfere. If I have to go ahead with this observation method, the entire report is based on my own perception. But when you are administering a standardized test, there is no external involvement. There is no researchers or administrators involvement in that. Means it is free from this personal opinions or free from this subjectivity. Yes. So that's the reason how we can achieve this objectivity. Whenever a test is constructed, a manual also constructed. Manual will have specific rules and regulations of that test, how to administer how to score and how to evaluate the scores. Yes, so 90 to 110 is a universal norm. If a person scores in intelligent test between 90 to 10, universally it is approved that the person possesses average intellectual ability. I can't interfere and say that no, I think this person will have uh, high intellectual ability. I can't say that. Whatever the score is indicating, I should accept and give a report based on that. That is objectivity. Clear? Then
That means it can be easily measured. That means it should be measurable.
Yeah,
Is that not?
obviously it should be, and it's
It should be measurable and
the
it should be proved also.
exactly, and that measurement is whatever the principle we are using to measure, that should be universally equal.
Got it.
Whoever have taken that test should administer in the same way and evaluate in the same way. Yes, it shouldn't change person to person, culture to culture, or nation to nation. It is universally equal. Then practicability, whatever the test we are administering, later the results, whatever we are getting out of it, that should be equal for whoever, people, universal level, whoever get those scores, interpretation should be same for all the individual. Yes, it is practically acceptable, practically measurable. Yes, so we can use the term here practicability or generalizability. Clear? 90 to 110 is average intelligence, is average intelligence. So we can generalize those scores. It's not confined or specified to one individual or one group or one organization or something. No, people, whoever get those particular score, the same interpretation is given for all the students or all the individual. Am I clear with the overview of these five concepts?
In that case, it's objectivity and practicability are the same. I mean,
Yes, yes, yes.
they may synonyms in fact.
Objectivity, mostly it talks about the rules, whatever we have to apply to get the result. And here practicability talks about whatever the result we get, how we are applying that, how we are interpreting it. Yes.
But both are vice versa, ma'am, linked to each other. If I'm
very much linked to each other. Here, objectivity talks from 0 to 1, and here practicability talks from this 1 to 2. Connectivity, there is a continuation.
Okay, got it. Understood.
Yes.
Madam, is it not the thing, practicability?
Please.
The small question in this practicability. Is it not the thing that time taken for its completion, length scoring should not be complicated and difficult? Isn't it that way it is understood, practicability?
Sir, here practicability in your test, it's given like, yes, it is like how it shouldn't be too complex or it shouldn't be more time consuming. It should be simple, able to understand by the subject. But all these things, when you are administering the test, that time only you will analyze. Yes, when you are deciding the reliability, validity, or norms of the test, at that time only you are almost done with the structure of the test.
Yes. So basically, of this all five qualities required for the test, it appears that norms thing which is more complicated issue.
Before you develop the norms only, you should be clear with this.
Yes, but by the time any test you go ahead, unless norms are very clear, so, how will you multiply when and where? Norm reference in derived scores, so many things are available in the norms. I mean, it's the important
so
is
here,
hold this norms.
Here, instead of practicability, you can write generalizability. Yes, whatever the score, 10 members get the same score means the same 10 members will get the same interpretation. So the scores are generalizable. not confined to one individual or one group. Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am. This term looks more convenient.
Huh. So go ahead
Got
with
it.
generalizability. So practicability again talks about the structure of the test, how it should be. So when you are developing all these characteristics, reliability, validity, by that time only you are checking the practicability of the test. Okay, shall we move on? We'll just discuss elaboratively about all this.
Yes, ma'am.
Mostly here I'll explain about reliability and validity, because in these two characteristics we have various types. Yes, how we can achieve this reliability and validity. So there is no much explanation for norms, objectivity, and generalizability, that you can use your own terminology to explain these three concepts. You able to see the change of the slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, oh. So we can achieve reliability. It's like we are checking the consistency of the scores, how whether the scores are giving like consistent or not. If we are applying on individual again and again the same test, the person should get more or less the similar scores. Then we can say that this test is trustworthy or reliable in nature. Yes, so at least we can take 24 hours gap to administer the retest. Yes, today I have given a intelligent test. I have administered an intelligence test on a student. After at least after 24 hours, you have to give a gap to re-administer the test to check the reliability. Okay, so this time gap should be between 24 hours to 6 months, not more than that or not less than this. Clear? So within this 24 hours to 6 months, within this gap, you can check the reliability of the test. So you can re-administer and check the reliability. So in the process of re-administering, there are various methods how we can re-administer the test. So there are various procedures. That is, in that first one is external consistency procedures. So there are external and internal consistency we observe of any test. So external consistency procedures, uh, these procedures compare findings from two independent process of data collection with each other as a means of verifying the reliability of the measure. So what happens? Always whenever I developed an intelligent test, I'm checking my reliability of my test with another test. Yes. So we are correlating these two tests, the previously developed test and the present test. Okay. So in this, the first method is test retest reliability. Sorry. Here it's not about not with the previous test. It's about the two test scores, two independent test scores. Means I'm administering the test now. After 24 hours, I'm again administering the same test on same individual. Please don't get confused. External consistency procedures means you are whatever the information or whatever the data you are collecting from the two tests. One is conducted first and the same test on same individual conducted again. Yes, I'm correlating these two scores. Yeah, please, if you have any doubt in this test retest, please ask me.
Retest is okay, madam, but Two independent processes. What is the two independent processes?
Two independent processes are these two. We are administering the same test on two different time periods. See, I have administered an intelligent test on you today. Sir, you scored between, maybe you scored 100 in that intelligence test. Yes. Then what I am doing, okay, I have collected this data, keep it aside. What I'm doing again after 3 months, I'm administering the same test on you. Again, I'm collecting the information. How much score you got after 3 months. So it should be whatever the score you got previously, means that was average intelligence. So this time also, after 3 months also, you should get between that range of 90 to 110, not exceeding the score.
Okay, okay, madam. Okay.
Yes. So then we can say that test is reliable. So here what we are doing,
Ma'am,
we
is
are,
there any standard duration, ma'am? It is 1 day, 24 hours,
that's what
3
I'm
months, 6
saying.
months,
Standard duration is at least 24 hours gap. That is minimum. Maximum is 6 months.
maximum. Got it.
Not more than 6 months, not less than 24 hours. Okay. So to achieve external consistency, we are using this test retest reliability. It's very simple. We are administering a test now. After some time period, again we are conducting the same test on same individual. So what are the limitations of this? So whatever I have taken the test, if I'm really the test is too simple, then I may memorize it. If it is too complicated, I might have forgot. Yes. So that may leads to memory effect or carryover effect. If it is simple, people will remember the question as well as answer. So next time, definitely that will influence their performance. Then if you are administering the test once, that definitely the person has practiced the test. So that will have a practice effect. Yes. And to retest, most of the times we may not find the same sample to retest the tests. Yes. If you administered on final year students in the undergraduate level, if you administered a test on final year students, after 1 year, after 6 months, you want to go and re-administer. Instead of fifth semester, you have administered the test on sixth semester. After 6 months, if you go to college, all the students already they become the alumni of that college. You may not find the same people. Yes. So these are the limitations for this test retest reliability method. Then another external thing is parallel form reliability. Yeah, this is actually what I said previously. Parallel form is already will take a test. So here we are actually taking two different tests with equal attribute, means equal difficulty level. Yes. So if anyone is a lecturer over here, they might be knowing about this very well. See, whenever we have to prepare a questionnaire for colleges, undergraduate or PG level, we have to make two sets with equal difficulty level. Yes. Questions are different, but in two sets, questions are different, but these two questions or these two content should have equal difficulty level. Yes. So whatever the marks I'm assigning in test 1 or set 1, the same marks I'm assigning in the test 2 also or set 2 also. Whatever the rules I'm formulating in test 1, the same rules are formulated for the test 2 also. So this is not parallel forms reliability. I'm dividing the test into two, sorry, not dividing. Just give me 1 minute to clarify this. Yes. So here what I'm doing, I'm comparing my test with the another test which has equal attribute ability or attribute value. Attribute is nothing but a character. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, madam. What I understand is for security reasons, they may ask you to say, prepare 2 question papers, and the 2 questions papers should have the equal difficulty level.
Exactly. So here, whatever the test I have developed, what I'll do, I'll give this originally developed test to an individual. Yes. Then what I will do, I will again give one more test which have more or less the same questions, same difficulty level. So how much the person scores in my test, more or less the person should get equal score in another test also. Got it? In set one,
not necessary, no, ma'am. Not necessary, no, ma'am.
it's
That he has to.
not
He can
necessary,
score.
sir. It's with this correlation only I can say that my test is reliable. This is one form
Okay.
of measuring the
Of
reliability.
testing. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
So how can
Understood.
I
Now
know
understood.
my test, my recently developed questionnaire is reliable or not? I should check that before I introduce this product in the market. Yes. So maybe most of the, I'll give one more example. Most of the beauty products, when they're developed, what they do, they just compare this recently developed product with the already launched in the market. Yes, the product which is already running in the market. So I'm comparing the price, I'm comparing the what quality, I'm comparing the quantity, yes, usability, all these things, similarity, whatever the product which is already used in the market, which is very much similar to my product, I'm comparing these two, whether it's equal or not. Yes, in the same way, whenever a test is introduced, whatever it is, maybe it's an intelligence or attitude or personality, whatever the test which is introduced first, that will be, that need to be correlated with the parallel form or which is already established test. Already when it is there, it should check with it. Yes. If my questionnaire having 20 questions, then I should check, is there any questionnaire with 20 questions, not exactly 20 questions, between 20 to 25 or 15 to 20 or something, then more or less similar difficulty level or based on similar factors, similar psychological factors. If any test previously developed, then I will correlate my test with that. So I am administering these two tests on one individual. So in both the tests, the individual should more or less should score equally or similar way. Then I can say my test is reliable. So these are the uh, two methods used to measure external reliability of a test. Yes. Then internal consistency procedure. So these internal consistency procedures used to measure the same phenomena, yes, which actually produce the similar results. So in this, first one is split half reliability. So what I am doing for external reliability, what I am doing, I am checking my test with another test, or I'm checking my test in the present condition and after some time period. These are the two methods. Internal is within my test only. Okay, within the test only I am checking the internal reliability. So split half method is nothing but the entire questionnaire will be divided into two parts. For example, if I'm having 50 questions in my questionnaire, then what I'll do, I'll divide entire questionnaire into two parts. So in each part, 25 questions will be there. Yes. So I'm applying the same principle, same administration method, same rules to get the results. So whatever the person scores in 25 items, more or less he should score in the another 25. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, madam. Instead of two question papers, only one question paper.
Ma'am, please
Exactly.
tell. Please.
Exactly. Instead of two question papers, the entire one question paper only divided into two parts. And in first part, how much I'm scoring, I should score more or less in the second part also. Yes.
How can you score same, ma'am, when the one question paper is divided into two halves? Questions are all the way different from first to last. So he may score first 50, as you say, maybe 50 out of 50. Second 50, he may score 0 also.
1 minute. చిన్న క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా. Yes, sir. So don't look at the things from the examination perspective. Sir. Hello.
Come again, ma'am.
Don't look at this split half.
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
As...
Please tell me.
Is it clear now? Hello.
Yeah, your voice is clear. Continue, continue, ma'am. Clear,
okay.
ma'am.
I think you are looking the things as what we can say essay type answers. Please, your questionnaire is with fill in the blanks or multiple choice. Okay, with equal difficulty level. So overall, that your test is with consists of 50 questions. Multiple choice questions are there. Yes, 50 multiple choice questions with equal difficulty level. Then what I am doing, I'm just dividing all these questions, whatever these 50 questions were from one what it's called, one area or one unit. Yes, all the 50 questions were related to intelligence only or memory only, related to one area, and all are constructed in such a way each one has equal difficulty level, means all are with 1 mark question. Are you getting my point? Then I can divide this into 25. Yes, all are memory related questions. Yes,
Got
sir.
a small query.
Got it, ma'am. Got it.
All this question is for the recruitment procedure. Now we have every time norms are basically timeline given. In 2 minutes, next 2 minutes like that. Now really go for 50-50. The latter 50 will not have good scoring capability of the individual. The first 50 will have good score. So how it will be? I mean, reliability on this?
Sorry. I didn't get clearly.
Okay, like somebody is giving 50 questions.
Sir, there is so much of background noise from your end. Please.
No, there is nothing. Nobody is here. I don't know.
Then maybe other person, please.
50 questions given to the guy who is taking the test.
Okay.
Now, all the norm is time bound. 5 10 minutes, whatever it is, 10 minutes say. So 5 minutes he will score certainly well because his realizing is all this reasoning power, everything. Next 50 minutes he will not score because running towards time. He will score less. He can't solve the question.
Sir, here what we are doing, listen, what we are doing when we are splitting into half, for 25 questions we are giving 25 minutes, remaining 25 questions we are giving again 25 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
It is exactly like test retest method only. For test retest method, what you are giving entire questionnaire to the person. After 3 months, again you are giving the entire test. Yes, but here in split half, what we are doing, instead of giving the full test at a time, we are dividing the test.
Two halves.
Yes,
Okay, into two halves. The two halves.
yes, the same questionnaire only divided into two halves, two parallel forms, and one test will be administered on the person, and again we are giving another test.
Okay, understood.
Yes, so same time limit will be given, same difficulty level questions will be given. Yes, then same administrative procedures will be given to the person, so there is no difference. Got my
Got it.
point?
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so here how you are dividing these questions, how your first half you can take, or odd even numbers you can take, it depends on again on the researcher, how he wants to divide the questionnaire. Yes, clear about reliability? Okay, through the reliability method, we are just checking whether the test is giving a consistent result or not. With some time limit, if I give, the test should give more or less the similar results. If I'm dividing into two halves and giving it for test taker, both the forms should get more or less the same score. So all these methods will only indicate how consistent the scores are. Then validity mostly talks about the content, how much it is relevant to what we are trying to measure. Yes, how much it is relevant, how much it is exactly measuring what we are intended to, what we are like to measure. So here there are 6 types of validity through which we can assess the what how valid the content is, or how much it is relevant to what we are trying to measure. So yes, mostly we are checking for the content. Okay, so first one is about content validity. So how the content is taken, how the uh, content is designed, how the test is structured, all this about validity. So content validity is what type of questions I have selected. Yes, so to measure intelligence, first I should know what are the various factors influence intelligence, maybe genetical factors, cultural factors, or education or family. All these factors influence intelligence. So how you are analyzing the different situations in the family, in academics, in cultural aspects, in genetical aspects. Yes, how you very much you are relevant to your family or something. So your questions are based on all these factors. So if your questions are related to the factors which influence intelligence, then we can say the test is having or measuring content validity. Yes, here one example is given. If researcher wants to develop an achievement test of spelling for the third grade children, then a researcher could identify nearly all the possible words that third grade children should know. If I'm giving something out of this third grade children, or out of the category of factors influencing intelligence, then that doesn't measure exactly what we are trying to measure. Yes. So to have a content validity, a test developer should have a clear cut knowledge about that area. he should know wide range of information related to intelligence or the personality or attitude, whatever he is trying to introduce a test or develop a test. Then criterion related validity.
That means he should know the scope. That means he should know the scope of for what he wants to do.
Exactly.
Got it.
Then criterion related validity. So criteria is the closely to other measures of the same theoretical concept. It's more or less like your what internal like parallel form reliability. Yes, so it is like a valid test of intelligence should correlate highly with other intelligence tests. Okay, so parallel form reliability, what we are doing, we are dividing the test into two forms and we are measuring, we are correlating the scores. Here what we are doing, we are correlating, a person is correlating his own developed test scores with already established test scores. Yes, whatever the criteria they have used to measure intelligence, I am checking whether that same criteria is applicable for my test or not. So there are two different types in criterion validity, that is concurrent validity and predictive validity. So concurrent validity is, its occurrence is found when criterion measures are achieved at the same time as the test scores. So whatever the person is in the present situation, for example, I'm administering a, a stress scale on an individual, yes, and the person is in a complete fully stressed, then the test should give the score as high stress. Yes, or if I'm completely stress free and the test score is indicating as high, then it is not valid. Yes, the test should score in whatever the present condition I'm going through. Yes, here it is like if an anxiety test is given as high level of anxiety, the person should experience a high level of anxiety at that moment when the person is taking the test. Got it? That's the reason this stress, depression, anxiety, aggression, or these scales were time period. We can't take it for example, now I have taken the test. I can't say that the person will be in a stress throughout his life. No, at that present moment, at that present time period, the person is experiencing these psychological disturbances. That could be stress, anxiety, depression, aggression, or whatever it is. Got it? So that's the reason these tests were mostly used for diagnostic and clinical purposes. Are you all following me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then predictive validity. The name itself is indicating that I should able to predict what the person is going to behave or going to act through the tests. Yes, for example, if in a intelligent test a person scored above average intellectual ability, so I can predict his behavior, like whatever the decisions he takes, these decisions are correlating with his intellectual ability. Yes, so I should able to predict, if my predictions are clear. Yes, his acts are very much correlating with the scores, his behavior is very much correlating with the scores, then I can say that the test is having that predictive validity. Okay, so mostly in the organizations will give this training before actual work starts. There should be some training will given. In most of the companies, they are providing this aptitude tests. Before the training, they'll provide this aptitude test. Then based on the scores of this aptitude test, they will give the training to their employees. So by giving this training, I should able to predict that this training is definitely useful for their job. Yes. So I'm measuring this through achievement tests. Okay. Or example is given like entrance examination and occupational test. The person whoever scores very good in the entrance examination. So I'm predicting that this person definitely clear that course. Yes. Whatever the training I'm giving, that definitely enhances his performance in the job environment. Okay. So these two, predictive validity and concurrent validity, both comes under criterion related validity. Then construct validity. Construct validity is it's a bit complex compared to other. It's like say when I am in the previous class also I might have given this example like for factor analysis. See, intelligence is interchangeably used as ability or capability or something. Yes, intelligence is known as ability and capability. So here in the questionnaire, whatever the questions or content I'm using, the content should have a very, very specific meaning. Yes. So if you read this example, you can understand it very clearly. If a researcher develops a new questionnaire to evaluate respondents' levels of aggression. Yes, what I'm trying to measure, aggression levels of an individual. The construct validity of the instrument would be the extent to which it actually, please mute. Yes. So the constructive validity of the instrument would be the extent to which it actually assesses aggression as opposed to assertiveness, social dominance, and any other factor. Yes, there is a very clear-cut difference between aggression, assertiveness, and social dominance. But if you observe a person's act, all these three looks more or less similar. Yes, if the person is very assertive to explain about his own ideas, his own views, he's opposing others and he's putting his point in front of the others, then people most of the times misinterpret that this person is very aggressive in nature. Yes, if the person is more uh, dominant, yes, in his voice or in his acts, this also misinterpret as aggression. Okay, so all these have very, very specific definitions to explain about what exactly aggression, what exactly social dominance, and what exactly assertiveness is. So a test content or whatever the questionnaires I am using for my test, it should give a very, very clear idea and should be different from the terms which gives a similar meaning. Got it? So for that reason, the person should be very careful to while constructing a question, means framing or selecting the words or sentences for the test or questionnaire. Yes. So for developing this, the person should be theoretically sound enough. If he don't have this information, give me 1 moment. Hello, ఉన్నారా సార్ అసలు? ఓకే, 7:30 అయిందా? ఓకే ఓకే, నేను లాస్ట్ 6 ఒకటి కంప్లీట్ చేసి అది క్లోజ్. Yes, next sixth concept is about face validity. So face validity is by seeing the questionnaire itself, the person should able to get an idea that yes, this is going to measure my intelligence. Yes, for example, a child is going to take this mathematical test. So by seeing that question paper itself, the child will understand that okay, this test is going to measure my mathematical ability. Yes, I just informed the children like I'm going to take a surprise test for you. In which subject I didn't say anything. So I have given the test to the children. They'll be having 6 subjects. They have no clue which subject they are going to get on that particular day. So I have hand over this questionnaire or what test, what it's called, question paper to the children. By seeing that question paper, immediately the child will come to know what he is going to write, whether it's related to maths or science or language or what. Got it? In the same way, by seeing a questionnaire, a person should able to know whether it's going to measure their personality or intelligence or attitude or whatever. So that is known as face validity. Am I clear with all these 6 types of validity?
Okay, madam. Yes.
Continue. Correct. Continue, ma'am.
Yes, I'm not continuing, I'm just asking this. If it is clear, I'm stopping
Yeah. Correct.
session
Clear.
here. Okay. What I feel after taking this 3 classes, I'm going too slow. Yes. So tomorrow onwards, please, I'll finish off my syllabus as soon as possible. Then whatever the doubts and clarifications extra you require, we will do it later. Is it okay, or shall I go with this?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, madam.
Okay,
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay for what?
Please do share this PPT
Yes,
also,
ma'am.
ma'am. Please do share.
Okay for what? With this slow continuation, or
Okay.
I'll just finish off
No.
the syllabus? Be
We'll
clear.
finish syllabus, ma'am.
And
Okay.
one session should be for
We'll clarify
interaction.
doubt.
Clarification.
Yeah, we'll have one session on for
Doubts.
interaction and clarifying the doubts.
Okay, ma'am.
And please do share the PPT, ma'am, please.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.